I turned information I had in my head into a multi-million-dollar life that pays me while I sleep, and I did it in as little as 2 years. No degree, no fancy specialization, just a phone, a will, and a system that actually works. And today I'm gonna show you that exact system. And if you're a business owner that wants more passive revenue, a one-to-one specialist who wants to remove herself from grueling one-to-one work, or just an ADHD girl with a million rabbit hole passions who knows she is meant for more, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because I'll be sharing so much free information for you. You found the right place. Now let's get into it. By the end of this, you'll understand all about the business model that made me my first 3 million. You'll know what your $1 million idea is and exactly how to package it and scale it using 2 important things: a personal brand and a digital asset. Let's go. And before we go any further, I just want you to know I did not come from money. I'm not special. I simply found a system that works. In fact, I used to struggle driving Uber to pay my $1,300 rent. I tried being an entrepreneur for 5 years in different business models. I did astrology, I tried life coaching, I did real estate, I did travel influencing. The only thing that I did different was I didn't quit, and I found a system that doesn't just work for me, but works for multiple people in every single niche and every single piece of information they have that they could share with the world. And just to credify myself, my name is Blair Richards, and I grew 1.7 million followers in 20 months on multiple platforms and turned these followers into sales by selling information. I've sold multiple different digital products now at different price points. I've sold single passive products. I've sold low ticket, I've sold mid ticket, and I've even sold higher ticket mentorship and group coaching, which is majority of what I offer right now. And what the heck does that even mean? Well, don't worry, because we're gonna get into it, so stay tuned. Step 1, the first thing you need to do in order to figure out your $1 million idea is figure out a transformation you've gone through, a story you lived, a deep passion, belief, or skill set. If you are ADHD, you definitely have a rabbit hole that you've probably spent years researching. Your friends come to you, ask you for advice on it. Even, babe, if it's flirting, even if it's really good flirting, that is a $1 million idea if packaged correctly. Now, if you're a professional, it's simply, what is your professional level of success? Have you gone from 100K in real estate from zero? Have you built a real estate team? Have you learned day trading? Right? What high income skills have you learned? This is another question that can easily be turned into a profitable digital product or course. Now, you can do some journaling about this, but if you want quicker help for this, we actually made you a prompt that will allow you to be interviewed by ChatGPT and come up with your digital product idea like this. So that is below if you want to get that, but I would wait and watch the rest of the video before you go straight down there to get it. So number 2, after you figure out what your skill or transformation is, you actually just need to figure out who could this help? And a lot of the times it's going to help a previous version of you. You're going to say to yourself, all right, what did this previous version of me need? How could I have helped her or him? But we're mainly talking to the girls on this channel, sorry. How could I have helped her get to result B quicker, with more support, more resources, without the amount of failures and hard learning lessons I had? That's how I built every single one of my programs out. Simply, a digital product also just solves a problem. What is a problem? It could be a micro problem, such as, oh, I learned how to go really viral on YouTube. Maybe you're not a master on Instagram or TikTok, right? But how do you go viral on YouTube? I figured it out, digital product. Step 3 is, once you figure out your product, my best advice is to start actually posting on social media. And you wanna post on social media, there's a variety of ways, and my channel will go a lot deeper into that. One of our videos that you could watch, it's called the 5 content frameworks that actually work. You could click on that and check that one out, because that one will go over the content frameworks that actually work right now to get seen on social media. Because what you want to do in order to sell this product, in order to find your dream client, if you don't want to spend hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands on ads, is to learn how to get really good at content. And that is exactly what I did and how I blew to 1.7 million followers in 20 months. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to figure out content frameworks that you would like to create specifically to sell your expertise on something. You're gonna wanna go for an authority brand. And then if you are doing an authority brand, you won't know exactly what this means until you go ahead and check out that other video. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna create content that speaks to your ideal dream client avatar. And you want to understand a little bit of sales psychology for this too, because people who are just consistent educational, they're not really triggering sales activation points. So that is another important part of this. We'll get to this, but you're going to want to create content frameworks that doesn't just get seen by your ideal client, but can actually be marketed in a sexy way where it gets seen by millions. I get millions of people viewing my page every single month because I understand how to create content that doesn't just convert, but gets seen by millions. And in that way, completely gives me unlimited lead flow forever, amongst multiple other opportunities. And then step 4, once you have an audience, once you have a market proven demand for your product, and this usually means people will actually start asking you to build a course. Or you could even post on your socials as of right now, and if you already have a following, even just say, hey, I did this. Would any of you be interested in learning from me? You might be surprised by hearing feedback that people would. Once you know that there is a market proven product, you should go ahead and try and build your first mini offer. Because this, what I like to call is, it gets you out of your own way. A lot of people can sometimes spend months building courses and fighting against their own inner demons of, what if no one buys this? The best way to mitigate that is to build your first mini offer. And so after you're posting, after you're doing your market research, create a small ebook. I don't love ebooks, but it's really achievable. Make a small ebook, make a mini hour video course. Or even you could go straight into high ticket one-on-one consulting for business professionals specifically, say you are a business professional. And then once you figure out your offer, you have your brand, you're gonna want to set up a system that automates itself for you. Now, what is this? This is going to be everything about automation. This is your landing page. This is your course or digital product hosting platform. There are multiple. I use Circle, and for my landing pages, I use GHL White Label. That's more advanced. Most people use StanStore. GHL has a higher conversion rate, and we teach people that in our program, but that's for another video. All you need is to have the product set up, a good landing page with proper converting copy. Essentially, that means like words on the page that make people be like, oh my God, I want to buy this. Figure out a no-brainer offer, something that your ideal client would be like, I have to have this. This is just for me, and this is going to solve all my problems. This involves knowing your client avatar's pains and desires very, very well. Marketing is psychology, sales is psychology. And then once those systems are set up and you're posting your content and your content does a good job, you can make passive sales in your sleep. Just like this. This is literally last night while I was sleeping. Phenomenal. And there's a million ways you could even scale this forward as you build your first product, but I'm gonna start quite simple for you guys. That's how I went from a $97 offer to a $300 offer to a $3,000 offer to an even higher offer by starting slowly, getting my markets data back, and building for everything that each client said they desired this next. And then from there, let's say you already have a product and you're wanting to scale it. You're gonna reinvest your profits into people, into more systems, maybe into ads, into editors, or into more people on the team, so maybe you could have coaching without you being the bottleneck. This is how a multi-million-dollar digital product business is built. But I myself have made upwards of 300 grand in a month. And just so you know, I did not do all of this with a huge team at the start. In the very beginning, I made my first 100K month all alone, all by myself. I made my first 300K month with me and one other assistant on a smaller $300 offer and just a pretty viral following that I built from the ground, so I can teach you how to do just that as well. And now, as I've scaled even farther to even $500,000 in 10 days, I do have a bit more systems in place, and I'm definitely spending more money on the business. But if you want to start a $1 million business from your phone with location freedom, with the least amount of risk, start with a digital product and start with a personal brand and start with just yourself, your idea, a will, and go as the road continues. Because if you get one good product and you get one good brand, the money is limitless and effortless, and it gets easier and more and better as it goes. And I know you're probably thinking, Blair, you're making this sound so easy and so simple, but I have all these objections in my head. Well, let's roll every single one of your objections, okay? 1, the market's oversaturated. Okay, let me get this through your head. The digital products industry is aimed to hit $4.6 trillion by 2030. This is an industry that is booming and growing right now, and we are literally in a creator economy where 90% of people are buying from their phones. What's the last thing you bought and who was it from? Think to yourself, were you not influenced by an influencer? Or was it a faceless brand? Or was the influencer promoting Nike selling you the Nike shoes? That is how the personal brand and digital products world is working right now. People want to buy from other people. And speaking of people, guess how many active users are on social media right now? Any guesses? Well, in the past 5 years, the amount of users has been 3.5 billion. And guess what? In the next 5 years, it's aimed to hit 5.2 billion. And even better math, babe? Whoa, you ready? You only need 15 people to buy a $2,000 product to make 30 grand. As someone who has sold over 7,000 customers my products and still have consistent lead flow every day, I can tell you that the amount of people on social media to buy from you will not run out, even if there are other creators selling something similar, and let me tell you why. This is where personal branding comes in, because no matter if another coach is teaching the same thing, Your brand, and this is why I teach personal branding so strongly, is what sets you apart, because your brand is not your niche. Your brand is who you are. It's your life story. It's your values. It's what you stand for, what you stand against. You will resonate with different people than another person will resonate, even if you teach in the same industry, simply because you're energetic blueprint. And when you create a brand that isn't just a stick educator, but is who you are, and people can see your story and connect with you and learn about you and resonate with your values, they buy into you. People buy people, not product. So if you can be a personal brand on the internet, simply being yourself will get you paid. What a dream life. You might also be saying, I don't have any skills. Well, luckily for you, you might just not realize you do, because I thought the same thing when I found out about digital courses. I was like, oh, this is the best business model. I wish I had something to sell. But I immediately told myself I didn't have something to sell, and your brain will not help you find solutions. But luckily for you, we put a prompt together for you to help you unlock your $1 million idea below. And finally, this is honestly one of the most consistent objections I get is, I don't know if I want to put my face on social media. And it's not that you don't want to put your face on social media, it's actually that you're afraid of getting judged as seen as who you are. This is an internal thing you're dealing with. And what I'm telling you is, you know what broke people do? They try and not get rich so that their other broke friends don't judge them. But everyone who is in the digital product space that I know, any business owner I know, if they saw you pick up a camera and try, they'd say, cool, I hope this kid goes somewhere. And all your broke friends are probably gonna be snickering and snickering and snackering and snoodling. But guess what? They're gonna stay broke because they never tried. So when you realize that other people's opinions of you literally mean nothing and you're the one who has to live your life, and you decide to say, F it, I'm gonna go all in, that is when your life will change and you'll become the most liberated person who can have the ability to create the most wealth. So F what people think, and know that my haters have probably made me more money. People have hated on me and called me terrible names, and guess what? My money does not stop coming. My money continues and continues even with the hate. I don't even hear it anymore. All right. Now let's get down to the concrete steps that you can take if you are someone who has 1 hour a day right now to start getting the ball rolling towards your $1 million idea, your personal brand, and your dream life, where you make money in your sleep, doing what you love, being who you are, and getting paid well for it, and doing good work in the world. Step 1, use our GPT prompt to pull that idea out of you. It takes about 10 minutes. That'll get some dopamine surging, and you will start to feel like you can do it. 2, open up an Instagram account, watch some of my videos on content, listen to them, and start posting once a day, and be excited to fail. Because the only reason I got so good at content is because I actually had 5 years in multiple niches where I sucked, probably put my 10,000 hours into mastery. And that is why I don't suck anymore. But you gotta suck first. So get ready to suck a little bit. Start posting once a day. Get ready to slob on the knob of your dreams like you mean it. Bite and graze a little bit too, don't be scared. 3, even go into your current following, make a story, and ask people if they would be interested in learning XYZ from you. That's how I actually first started to realize, oh my gosh, people would buy things from me. I've just never tried to sell anything. My first Instagram following with like 1,000 followers, I actually booked my first 2 astrology clients because I just started talking about it. You don't know until you start talking about it. So even take your old Instagram page and see, just show yourself that people would buy from you, and that's gonna start a fire in you. And finally, 4, subscribe to this page, watch my content, and do not quit. Do not give up. And once you see market demand, make a content plan, start posting, and just don't stop till the sales roll in. Anyway, so now the roadmap is actually really clear. It's just like, are you gonna follow it or not? You can end this video, doom scroll, think about your ex, read a tarot card reading, do some shit that's gonna make you no money and not change your life. Or you can get up right now and do what Blair told you. She's giving you a spanking. Just kidding. Pacha, pacha, boosh, boosh. And I think option 2 is sexier and better, and makes you sexier and better and richer and cooler. And I'll see you either inside my community, inside my program, or maybe I'll see your face around on the comments. Don't forget to leave a little comment so I can say hi. Everything you need to know about me is below. My Instagram, my TikTok, my programs, our AI, our prompt for you. It's all below. So feel free to graze, and I'll see you. Toodles.